Hello and welcome back to Tearaway Unfolded. I replayed the game on PS5 so that I could continue the LP. Obviously, some things are in a different order and we haven't done some of the side quests we did before, and there might be some side quests we've done that we haven't, because I was just kind of running through it, just to get to the point where I got where the PS4 broke last time. So on the PS5, there are a few small issues with like some of the texture work and things like that. Like, as you can see, the photo's not fully filling the frame over here, properly at least. And there's other issues like that as well. Like, this, for example, when it came to the Scarecrow, I completely, for some reason, the little things that came up saying how to do the different sounds didn't actually show up. And so the Scarecrow's claw ended up being completely silent on this playthrough, which is a little bit hilarious. To see him flailing about to scare off the crows. Also, the actual wind's power is a little bit more sensitive. Like, I have to be a lot more careful. Like, it took me ages to actually get through the part where you part the ocean on the replay, because if you try and mash it like on the PS4, it doesn't really seem to register all of the gusts, and the gusts just kind of give up and close up again. So I had to just kind of like be very careful and time it very specifically to actually get the gusts to register properly and keep pushing me forward. Also, I think a little frustrating. I did try and go back to, after recording, I did try and go back to the Maypole Fields to try and get all of the things there, and I am missing 6 confetti. That is so frustrating. I have absolutely no idea where it might be. Let's finally get around to continuing Sogport and finishing this level so we can finally move on with our lives, shall we? Have to have made a pretty feather for this man. Sometimes it kind of can be hard to make the shapes merge together like that. I quite like how many side quests there are in Sogport though, because it really gets the point across that Sogport's the big city compared to all the other places we've been so far. I always like this little gallery of previous photos we've had. That's quite cute too. Hello, Mr. Yeti. And some of these doors can just be blown open with wind, like this. Unfortunately, I can't spin that thing, which is a shame. That would have been fun. I think I'm probably supposed to use the throwing the world into the used world and throwing it back into thing to break open that door. But that might also be something I haven't figured out yet. So let's just move on, shall we, and go up the town a little bit further and see what's on the next layers. I quite like that Sogport has like back alleys and stuff to explore as well on the upper levels. It's a pretty cool little thing. It was like the little thing where it pretends that that guy's like a quest giver, and he's just like, oh no, I was waiting for a friend, not you, sorry. It's a cute way to sort of play with the idea of you being the main character. There's the whole thing that like, you're the main character, but that doesn't mean everyone has a thing for you to do. Like, it doesn't mean you're the main character in his life. He's got his own thing going on. Yeah, I couldn't figure out what to do with that airplane thing either. I probably have to talk to that guy in the building, but yeah, I'll figure that out in my own time. Because part of the reason I'm not bothering with the 100%ing thing is it can be quite frustrating if you're missing just a few, like, confetti, and also doing the whole, those really annoying missions where you have to get the wayward gopher to her home. That's really frustrating. I keep calling the, not wayward, but the misplaced gopher. So let's go to tattoo parlor, shall we? Because we need to have a tattoo to prove our hardness. We can't just tell them we've eaten nails without any milk. We can't sponge of it. We have to actually look the part. What does he have seaweed moustaches for sale? So here's a little lesson to be learned. If you see a balcony, there's often a safer way to get there than jumping. I do not recommend jumping to reach balconies. It's not that kind of platformer. We're not a Mario, we're a little paper man. Paper lady, rather. Keep forgetting for some reason that was the female avatar you can pick. That's a pretty nice tattoo. Of course, ours won't be anywhere near that complicated because of the tools we have to work with. So also, we need specifically a Sog heart. So let's go a little bit interesting. Let's do a broken Sog heart. With apparently an issue with its right ventricle. I guess that would be left. So now Atwa can get into the thing. And by extension, as can we. But first, let's help this person with their mouth woes. I try and do a thing here with teeth, but I completely mess it up because I put it on like the wrong layer, and there's not really a good way to swap layers in this game. It's a very kind of primitive drawing tool, so I ended up making like a weird bow tie shape that was supposed to be like negative space teeth, whatever. And then I tried to kind of do a mouth behind it, but I can't swap the layers, so it just kind of ends up being a bit of a blob. I make a bit of a hash of this mouth. And of course, using so much of the canvas makes it kind of cumbersome to get in the envelope too. I made a huge mistake here with my giant mouth. Can't even fit it in the envelope properly without breaking. And even leaves half of it behind. So annoying. Just got a big gaping cavern for mouth now. It's gone full on. So either way, let's go for our little ID photo. Doing a little cute pose. We can finally see what's actually at the core of Sogport. Oh, remember the Sogheart Club. I like some of the little conversations you get around the bar, that's quite cute. So before we go up the ramp, let's look around a little bit, shall we? There's a guy in here. A llama person. That's not how pianos work. Pianos aren't wind instruments, that's nonsense. It's cute animation though. I like this little misplaced gopher location. It's a very cute evolution of the side quest, but because that side quest is a particularly annoying one, but it is a cute evolution though. If you were doing those side quests, that was a very cute way of playing with the idea of one. I always like when games do that, where they kind of like take a normal kind of a side quest, make you used to it, and then do something a little bit different with it later on. That's always quite fun. We have a little video of us flying around.
At last we meet. Let me read your fortune, Atwa. There is a great tale to be found in you. You've performed your role and made it this far, but not everyone fared so well. You are wondering where we are. Sogport, a mysterious island cut from the world. Who knows what's been washed up on its shores? The island trembles from its roofs to its rocks, with great rumblings in its belly. You must head to the other side of the island and reveal their source. I could tell you more, but where would the fun be in that? À toi! Uncover the mystery of Sogport, face its hidden dangers, and I promise to put you back on course. Now go.
And now we know who our second narrator is. The first one is the Green Man, and she is the fortune teller. Don't really have a name for her, at least at this point. I don't know if they ever really name her, but fortune teller will do for now. I quite like how the kind of the difference between them kind of implies how they tell their stories as well. Like, the Green Man's very godlike, so his story is much more kind of wide in scope and much more kind of basic world-based story, while hers is more personal and more, let's be more interesting, and do more interesting twists and turns, because I find your method of telling the story kind of boring, because I'm a person and I want more complexity. But I'll see you next time as we explore Wendigo Fisher. Now that we're finally back on track with this LP. See you then.